Yeah, that tour was life changing for me. I thank Snoop so much for hand selecting that lineup, because he did hand select that lineup, and I feel super grateful for that. I got a chance to bond with some of my, mentors and some of the guys I grew up listening to and looking up to. Got a chance to chill with the Taylor Gang. That's family. Me and Snoop got some deals coming out that tour that are pretty big. We got Cookies by Cookies coming soon under his food umbrella. So we're
Cookies by Cookies.
Yeah, just snacks, good snacks.
I like that.
Non-infused. Walmart, baby.
Yo, for Snoop, like, I feel like, have you, because when we think of weed and hip hop, I think of Snoop. And then I think of Wiz, and I think of Be Real, and then I think of you. But in terms of just like the general public, everyone thinks of Snoop Dogg, right? Mm-hmm. You've done some weed stuff with Snoop. For whatever reason, it feels like Snoop hasn't fully cracked off in the space in a way that you would expect him to. I know you guys have done stuff, but have you like helped Snoop out at all in that space?
We launched something together that did hella well. The Doggy Bag, it killed it. I mean, when we dropped it in LA, the lines were down the block. We dropped it in other markets. People loved it. It was a good genetic. But I think the thing with Snoop is that he's way bigger than just focusing on a weed brand. He's an international fucking icon.
No, it's crazy.
This guy.
I think he's the. I mean, I always tell this to people. He's the most famous rapper in the world.
I think he's like.
He's one of the most famous people in the world.
He's like the closest, like, and I say this. This may be a weird statement, but he's like the closest guy to Michael Jackson out there. Like, he's no one like Michael. Everyone knows who Snoop Dogg is.
Everybody.
I don't care where you go.
Your grandma, like,
you know who the Dogg is.
Yes.
You know who the Dogg is.
100%.
So I think that the Dogg. I think that Snoop loves weed. He's a fan of weed. He loves to smoke good weed. I've gotten high with him for years. He's at multiple brands. But I think that he's just so much bigger than trying to focus on the weed brand. He's focused on like the food category now with the ice cream and the cereal. Like, I think he's focused on just like bigger plays that he didn't really think he'd be able to do, when he was younger, Snoop. And I think that
getting into Walmart. Yeah, shit like that. Yeah.
I mean, and he's not only getting into Walmart; he's opening the doors for other people. Like, he didn't have to open that door for me. That's why I bought him the Rolex at the last day of the tour, because I was like, I don't even know if he'll ever wear this watch, but like, I'm so grateful that he opened up the door for me to help normalize myself as a household name, and by introducing that partner to develop, create cookies and to actually distribute it into places like Walmart, that's big as fuck for me, and I'm grateful for that. And I think that I told him that day, I said, you're the only artist I know that gives back like this.
Yeah,
you share your platform.
Back, yeah.
You don't want nothing back. He told me, Bern, I'm simple. You could have brought me a little bag of weed. I said, I know I could have, but like, I want to give you this from the heart, because this is what, in my world, like, I've always dreamed about being able to do something like this. And like, this tour brought a lot of happiness to my life in a really dark time. And this tour gave me motivation to keep making music, and it showed me that around the country I'm respected all in different markets I never thought I would be. And shit, bro, like, you're opening up big doors for us. So shout out to Snoop. He's the only guy that actually really shares his platform and gives back and gives opportunities to other artists when he ain't got to do that shit at all. That's my role model, really.
No, Snoop, I always see him popping up on up and coming artist shit too, like just randomly. You'd be like, damn, Snoop's on like a Zoe Osama remix, or he's on a Scarlet record, like, and it's just like, oh, he's not only is he like, he's just tapped in, and I feel like he's generous with his energy, man.
Man, that dude ain't gotta do. That dude's caked up.
For sure.
Snoop Dogg is caked up, liquidly caked up, and like, his money's not in equity. He's caked up for reals, and he don't have to do none of the shit he's doing. He's doing it because he loves it, and that's the dope thing about the Dogg.
Have any of the, like, like when we think of a guy like Diddy, or we think of a guy like Hov, have you had any discussions with those guys at all about maybe just kind of gaming them up in terms of the space? Because it is a space that, like you said, it helps to be somebody who came from that life. You know what I mean? Someone who's a smoker, someone who cares about the culture of cannabis. You know what I mean?
I've sat down with Diddy. I had like really cool like sit down with him, and had a good relationship with him personally. Dude's a fucking legend, bro. He's an iconic dude for sure. I've actually had the opportunity to talk with Jay-Z as well, and it was like a 30-minute call, but it was life goal shit.
Yeah, was that just about
just
game,
about
or?
just like cannabis and like
Yeah.
where cannabis is going, and he gave me a lot of game. You know, we just were sharing thoughts about things, and I just kind of told him that, you know, like my goal with this business is to leave it to my daughter, but I would like to find a way to exit one day and get some liquidity, actually get some real cash, a couple $100 million. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
And he gave me some real game on how to do that. I'm grateful for that. I gave him some game. We talked about doing something. It just never really moved like that. But like, I was on a fucking Zoom with Jay-Z. It was pretty cool.
That shit's crazy.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
it's pretty fucking cool. You know, talked to Hov. Salute to him. I'm grateful for the game he gave me. I hope that he found the game I gave him valuable. I'm here if they ever want to chop it up again. You know, like, gave Diddy some good game. He gave me some good game. You know, so I feel blessed. Like, it's one thing to be on that list. I even sat down with Dr. Dre about weed before.
Really?
Yeah.
Like face to face?
Yeah.
What was the face to face Dre meeting like?
Crazy.
Because that's really, for someone who grew up in that.
I told you
Cali,
I'm gonna give you. I told you I would give you gems on this. Cause I fuck with you. You're very consistent with like caring about my story. But like, yeah, shout out to Slim the Mobster, man. He made a call back in the days.
Yo, Slim the Mobster. Fuck, he was on Aftermath.
He was in jail, and he made a call, and from jail was on the phone, and you know, I went to go sit down with Dre. They was like, nah, man, he ain't here, man, he ain't here. They was like shooting me away. I was like, man, Slim, I'm here, bro. He ain't tried. He said, hold on. Boom, 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 and I get let in. And I go sit down, and Dre sat down with me, and I showed him a jar of what we wanted to call the Chronic, and it was by far the best looking weed we've ever produced. It was incredible, beautiful. It was orange, purple, funky, stanky. Just buds looked. It looked like it was out of a fucking movie. How good this weed looked. I showed him the Chronic, and he was just like, "Yeah, I fuck with it, and I appreciate Slim putting this play together, and you know, we'll think about it, but like, I don't know if I really want to kind of put myself in the industry. You know, I got, you know, he told me I got money, and I don't really want to play with that until, you know, maybe it's federally legal. I just don't want to risk it." I'm like,
what year was this?
This was like 3 or 4 years ago.
Oh shit! So not too far,
No.
not too long ago, yeah.
And I said, I respect that. And I said, can I leave this with you for yourself or those who smoke? He's like, for sure. And I got like a nervous picture with him. Fred Reck took the picture for me because he was there. Shout out to Fred Reck. But yeah, I think it's cool that like being on that hip hop list. I think it's cool because like Dre saw me.
He had to see you and be like, oh, that's.
I remember that guy.
Yeah, I remember that guy.
He pitched me on this weed
I guess
business.
it's going pretty well.
Yeah, I guess it fucking worked for him. I think it's cool because I got a chance to share moments with Diddy, and I got a chance to share moments with Jay-Z. And
you guys are the top four.
Yeah, and I've never met Kanye, you know, I don't know, whatever, I have no opinion on that, but I'm just saying it's cool because I've ran into all of those guys, and I felt good for them to see me up there because I told them what I wanted to do and what I was building at the time.
And now they have
see
to see the list. They're like, oh,
Yeah.
shit.
Because the same guy that does their evaluation and is kind of making sure that, you know, their net worth is credible and relevant is doing mine. So it's real, you know.